Look, I come from a city, you hear signs when we sleep. Heaven sent, hands down, vibes so unique. They ain't play their part, so my part is play for keeps. Why I a kid, but I never saw that.
What is going on, everybody? I'm here. The gang is here. We just had a little snafu, but welcome to Lock, Load, and Goated. Let's get to the gang real quick. And here we all are. I'm your host, Brandon Andrews. We got Jeff Riddle on vacation, joining us from his vacation. And we got OTP sitting up there, Tony Pardo. So we are all here for the Locked, Loaded, and Goated crew, and we are ready to go. Jordan is taking a little bit of a sabbatical. He has a kid that has a birthday, and that's more important. So, and I agree with him. So good for him, and I hope he has a good night. And then, as we always do, Tony, we start with you. What did we learn last week? Tight. Oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. God damn it. Tony, stop. Stop. Just stop. Hold on. The audio's fucked up again. Hold on. Audio's fucked up. That's what happens. Yep. Talk again. It's fucking goddamn. And I hate this is what happens when we don't have everyone. It literally messes up all the time. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Everything is set up properly in TikTok. It's just a piece of device is not connected or not available. A piece of shit. That's why I hate TikTok. I absolutely cannot stand this fucking thing. Let's try that. Talk real quick. All right. They can hear you now. All right, now I gotta go back and check. I gotta check the other ones. Because for some reason this is kicked out for everything. Piece of shit. Talk again.
Mic check.
All right, there it goes. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. And now this is all fucked up. Oh, great. TikTok's all fucked up now. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying. Okay, go ahead. All right, so I apologize. Tony, give me the spiel again.
Yeah, anyways, let me get back to this since
my bad.
Our cool gray screen. Since our people didn't hear us or hear me anyways.
Yeah.
So what learned and thoughts, so I'm just going to mix it all together again. Here we go. Obviously, we know the playoff race is very tight, but mainly the SEC is tighter than the girdle on a Baptist wife's minister's wife. That's what I said. You guys didn't hear me, and it's still anyone's take. Now, the second one I learned, this is rolling over into this week, kind of, but hey, it's something I learned is that Virginia Tech's football job was more coveted than LSU or Florida. So, Chad, that one's for you. No one wants to go fucking Florida coach. You're going to be settling for some bum coach. So,
God dang.
Get used to it.
Well, all right. Riddle, go ahead.
Yeah, I learned that Georgia is Texas's daddy. They've played them 3 times in the last calendar year. In those 3 games, Texas had 72 carries for 83 yards. Texas state troopers defend their tunnels at all cost. And Steve Sarkisian is the James Franklin of the SEC.
Steve Sarkisian is the James Franklin of the SEC. Only thing I'll say to that's close. It's close, but he, yeah, you're right. I mean, you can't argue it. Okay. Well, that's good stuff as always. So Riddle, let's grace the people that are present with your trivia question. And we're going to see who uses Google. Tonight is going to flush out the Googleettes. it will flush you
Yeah,
out. If you get it, we know
I
you're
will be
cheating.
shocked. I will be shocked if anybody gets this one. All right, so here we go. DJ Lagway is leading the SEC in interceptions thrown with 13 through 10 games. Who holds the record for most interceptions in a single season in SEC history? I will even give bonus points if you give me the number of interceptions they threw and the team they played for.
Yep. So the deal is, if you get it, we know you use Google.
Yeah, you cheating now.
So then the cat's out of the bag, and we'll finally understand the truth. All this debate will be over. Okay, so
Which is fine because Dee's isn't in here, so Google away.
That's fine. Yeah, nobody gives a shit, man. We do this for y'all, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let me go to my screen. Give me a second. Here we are. So as you guys can see, we have a playoff ranking right here. So this is Riddle's playoff ranking, and what we wanted to do was kind of show where he had everyone ranked like we always do every week based on his rankings. They've been pretty accurate and they're pretty close. Then what we're going to do just a second is we're going to go and we're going to just hide this one and we're going to show you this one. This is the actual playoff ranking. And like I said, I think Riddle was pretty dead nuts accurate, but that's what we're going to discuss as the first topic. The updated playoff rankings, we want to talk about them and we want to see like how everyone's feeling on this. So Riddle, we start with you this time. Josh's Google fingers are fast.
Yeah, they are. That's a bonus pointer right there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Anyway, Riddle, tell me, what about the playoff rankings you like? What'd you not like? What's going on?
So yeah, like you said, my rankings and the committee rankings were pretty similar. It took them a while to get there, but this late in the season, everything works itself out on the field. Our 1 through 4 is exactly the same. They have Texas Tech at 5 and Oregon at 7. I have those two flip-flopped. 6, 8, 9, and 10 are exactly the same. They have Miami at 11. I still have Georgia Tech there at the moment, but I'm very close to putting Miami there. I actually made 2 brackets. One I had Miami there after Georgia Tech needed a last-second field goal to beat a 1-10 Boston College team. My group of 6 champion is still James Madison. They're 9-1. The committee has put Tulane in at 8-2. James Madison their one loss was a 28-14 loss to Louisville, who the committee had ranked until this week. Tulane has 2 blowout losses. They got their doors blown off by Ole Miss 45-10. And then they lost to a 5-5 UTSA team 48-26. The AP has James Madison ranked as the highest group of 6 team.
They are right
and
now.
I think that's the first time this year that they've actually got something right.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with the AP poll. But the committee is setting the precedent right now that the American Conference is the elite group of 6 conference because Memphis was in that spot, then they lost. Then you put USF back in there. Well, they lost again. Now you've just rotated Tulane in there. That's 3 American teams. And it's like nobody else is being looked at. I still got James Madison there. I like James Madison there. I don't agree with Tulane getting that spot with their losses, but we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, everything will play out from here on out.
Oh, that's classic, Hunt. Okay, well, Tony.
That's great.
Tony, do y'all see the comments from YouTube? Yeah, I see it. I see you, Josh. I can see all of it. Oh, okay. So, Tony, tell me what you think about the playoff rankings, and then I'm going to get into my graphic that I put up on the YouTube.
I don't think it's terrible. Now I heard some arguments how they maybe could have switched Alabama and Notre Dame around a little bit, and I think we all know why about Notre Dame, but Notre Dame's got those really gooder losses apparently. Honestly, hell, if I was Alabama, I mean, I don't even know if I would want to, say if you do, if it was in today, you get by Oklahoma, would I want to play Ohio State second game? I don't know. I'd take my chances to get another team, That's just me. That's how I'm looking. That's a tough draw, even getting to the quarters. So
everything's gonna be tough.
But of course, I'm gonna keep hating on this bullshit automatic bid stuff. I don't like it because Tulane is near literally the bottom of the 25. Not in the playoff. Well, in the playoff rankings, but I just got a real problem with this crap. I don't care.
Tulane's not even the first team in their conference.
I know, and it's bullshit. But they're doing this, and so what they're telling me is they don't want the best teams in playoff when you do this shit.
That's exactly what they're telling me.
I mean, we already heard.
A 2-loss group of 5 team should never be in the playoff, ever.
We already learned a little bit today in our group text about this weird why Oregon is in the position they are in because they had a tough loss they had a tough win on the road at Penn State because of the history Penn State's had. So you got to give that to them. That's trash. We're basing shit off of whatever year this was. I don't know what they're basing it off of. That's what literally was said. If they gave Oregon the nod because they had a tough win in a tough environment at Penn State, a team that this year has been absolutely dog shit and has failed from grace as a top 5 team. So
I'm seeing these comments in the chat, and I just want to explain myself as to why I had Alabama 10 and Notre Dame 9. That's going to work itself out because I can promise you, Alabama runs the table, wins the SEC. They're going to move way up, even with their 2 losses, because everybody's got a loss except for the top 3 teams. And if Alabama wins out and A&M wins out to the SEC championship game, that means A&M is going to have a loss on their record. Ohio State and Indiana are going to have to play each other. One of them is going to have a loss on their record. So there's only going to be there's a potential to be one undefeated team come playoff time. So though the rankings are what they are right now, this is still going to play itself out. Notre Dame's going to be there. They have nobody left on their schedule.
Notre Dame's going to get the 5 seed, I bet. They're going to get the 5 seed and get some cupcake that's coming in because of automatic bid. That's what this shit.
I don't know if they make it up to 5, but they'll definitely be there. I think where they're at might be where they stay because they don't play a conference championship. You're going to reward teams that play those games and win those games, and they're going to end up jumping them. So I think they stay right where they are.
So Josh says it's not the 12 best teams. It's a few of the best teams in these instant gratification automatic bid people. Now, here's my take on this, and I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to say anything about Alabama should be ranked higher or anything like that. That's not what I'm going to say. I'm surprised, quite frankly, we're in the top 10. We should probably be around 11 or 12. The issue I have is when people start talking to me about it's the losses. The losses look better. It's a fucking loss. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 point. It doesn't matter if it's by fucking 80. It's a fucking loss. You know what looks better than losses? Wins. Who did you beat to get there? Because all I'm hearing from the committee is I should be Notre Dame. I should join the independent conference and I should go play fucking cupcakes every fucking week. And you know what? I'll be in the playoff every single fucking year. It doesn't matter. Alabama's an independent. They could do it. Hey, they could do it. We have the brand to go do it. Why don't we be Notre Dame? Why don't we do that? Because it's a pussy way out. Notre Dame's a bunch of pussies, and the committee's a bunch of pussies for doing exactly what they did. And that bottom line is giving someone a spot because of their losses. Now, should losses be factored in? Absolutely. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that losses should not be the differentiating factor when you have teams that literally went head to head and have the same record and they beat them. Anyway. That was not even about Alabama, so I apologize. That was
here's what I will say for Alabama, since you don't want to talk about them. If you look at their resume, which is what this is supposed to be ranked on, your overall resume.
Yeah,
Alabama is 4-1. I think 4-1 or 3-1 against the current top 25, and what is Notre Dame 1-2 against the current top 25.
Yeah.
And it's not even close in strength of schedule.
And I'm not going to sit there and try to compare. I don't want to compare like Notre Dame. Do I think Notre Dame's playing better football than Alabama right now? Yes. I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying that when the committee comes out and they say that, it disappoints me because it tells me that we're not looking at the things equally. So bottom line is, okay, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not sold on this committee. I'm just not sold on the committee. It's already setting up for failure because what's going to happen is one of these teams is going to be left out in the cold, and it's going to be for some bullshit reason because Notre Dame's losses look good, and that's just not an acceptable answer for me. Who did they beat to get where they're at? Who can they hang their helmet on? Go ahead.
Right, and that's people said that A&M probably deserved to be number one. Who have they beat? Outside of Notre Dame, who's I feel overrated.
Yeah.
And I mean, Ohio State, they beat Texas at home to open the year, but have they been tested since? So
yeah,
I like Indiana's win against Oregon. I like Alabama's win against Georgia. Thriller just said that in the chat.
Yeah.
Ole Miss has got some good wins. Oklahoma, hell, they've got maybe three of the better wins of any team you could say. We'll see how it plays out. And that's the beauty of a 12-team playoff is this is going to play out. These teams are going to have to play each other now. So,
yeah, I'm not stressing about it. Like I said, Alabama had their chance. We messed up. If we don't make it in, again, I just need it to be, I need someone to explain it a little bit better than what these guys are. Because like Tony, you talked about the article where they said BYU may make it in. If there is a 2-loss Big 12 team that makes it in over a 2-loss SEC team, somebody needs to be fucking shot. And I don't mean that literally. I mean like someone needs to like be taken off the damn committee. I'll make sure I say that correctly. They need to be taken off the committee because that's bullshit. I think we all can agree the Big 12's conference, the conference is absolutely a joke over there. Texas Tech spent more money than almost anybody this offseason, and they're beating people up, and they're doing a great job, and I think they deserve a spot if they win out in the playoff. If they lose, that'll be 2 losses. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm actually honestly down. I do like
honestly.
That,
go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say I just like that scenario of shooting one of these voters because if we get rid of if we go pew pew one of these shooters, maybe we'll get someone with brains in there that actually watches football.
I apologize.
My thing is my opinion is, and this might not be a popular opinion, but we've got the playoff now. And we've had our complaints about it. We had the BCS. We obviously had our complaints about it. Why not just fuse those two together and let's see what happens? Let the computers and everything, you put in what they're supposed to grade teams on.
Yeah. Let
the computers give you the 12 best, and then the playoffs play it out.
Yeah. It's definitely intriguing. And like I said, I could go on and on about, because we have last year, we have this year, we have every year is different. And I need everyone to understand. Strength of schedule and strength of record are not the same thing. We need to understand that. So Texas A&M has one of the better strengths of record because they've won all their games and they've actually played in the SEC. So that's very good. Alabama, Florida, some of those teams have the strongest strength of schedule based on the whole season and the body of work that's laid in front of them. Their schedule is this tough. Georgia is up. And bottom line is there certain teams that don't compare. Notre Dame's one of them. But like I said, I'm not denying Notre Dame a spot. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that homer. I will say that I just didn't like the committee, but we're going to move on. We're going to move on because I think we've said enough. I do like Indiana. I do like Ohio State. I think Riddle, like you said, you probably hit the nail on the head. There's no point in even getting upset about it because obviously it's going to play itself out. It's going to play itself out.
It has to. They're all going to have to play each other. So
yeah. So okay, A said Ohio State and Indiana side the Big 12 is every bit as good as the Big 10. I'd say better. You may be right, Stu Mac, when you say that. Like in terms of like overall depth of the conference, you're probably right. I think this year Big Ten is somewhat improved on the Big Ten, the bottom half. Yeah, but the Big Ten top is way higher than the Big 12 top. I mean, it's just way higher. Heavy. Yeah, but okay. And I mean, the same could be said for every conference. I don't want to get all that, but okay. So, hey, it's time for. I wish I had some circus music queued up because, buddy, I'd be fucking playing it because it's time for the coach carousel. It's our favorite time of the week to sit here and talk about bullshit coaches and their fucking problems. Tony's already alluded to the first one that we're going to go over, and James Franklin to Virginia Tech is now official. We've called that for a while now. Tony, how do you feel about the hire? What's your opinion?
Hell, that's good for Va Tech, man.
Good for Penn State.
Hell,
Only had to pay them $9 million.
Well, yeah, Penn State came out as a winner too. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they did.
yeah,
Absolutely.
They might be the biggest winner of all this, but I think Virginia Tech, they haven't been shit since Beamer, hung it up.
Absolutely.
Because those teams, they were built around special teams and defense. Now and here over the last fucking 8 years or so, they just been built around nothing. They had no foundation. At least James Franklin, I think, can build somewhat of a foundation for them, give them some wins, and it's just Virginia Tech's probably one of these places right now. Hell, they'll take some of those seasons that Penn State had. I don't think their fans would bitch as much.
No, they'd be very happy with what they had.
I don't think expectations there are extremely high as other schools, but hell, good for Virginia Tech, and hopefully maybe they'll bring some type of new world order to the ACC, because I'm tired of seeing fucking Clemson ass is always being talked about to win the conference, and which I think they're on the decline anyways. But I wouldn't mind seeing. Hell, I might have me a second favorite team.
So you're gonna be a Franklin fan now?
Well, I didn't say that. I just like to, go back to the Mike Vick days and stuff. That shit was fun. I actually liked those teams, but I mean, good for Virginia Tech. Maybe they'll get them about 9-10 wins a year now. And now I'm not saying they're gonna win it all, because look who the coach is, but he'll probably bring some excitement around the program and the school. So
he'll have a puncher's chance, Tony. He'll have a puncher's chance to make it, because he's going to build Virginia Tech into a nice team, and they're going to have a shot to win 10 games every year and potentially make the playoffs. And all he needs to do is upset one or two people, because here's the deal, Tony. The ACC may not have a team in the top 10. It may not be a top 10 win needed, because if you look right now, Georgia Tech, Miami, they're teetering outside of it. I mean, he could come in and run that conference. It's wide open. Anyway, Riddle, how do you feel about James Franklin?
Well, I mean, y'all basically covered what I had in my notes. The contract details are not yet known exactly what it is, but apparently there is writing in that contract that there's going to be a settlement with Penn State for $9 million. So they're getting off the hook for $9 million. So like Tony said, Penn State's absolutely a winner in this. Mm-hmm. They don't have to pay that $49 million buyout. I think it's a good hire for Virginia Tech. I mean, James Franklin is a winner. He might not win the biggest games, but he gets you there. And so I got it wrote down that he was 128-60 overall at Penn State and Vanderbilt, made the semifinals in the playoffs last year, won the Big Ten championship in 2016. And like you said, the ACC is wide open. Like, he's going to have that team in a position to win that conference year in and year out and go to the playoffs. And what more could you possibly want at Virginia Tech than to be in the conversation year in, year out, fighting for championships? So might not win them, like Tony said. He ain't got a great track record there, but he's going to get you there. And at a place like Virginia Tech, you can't ask for much more.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a really good point. And I think Franklin, he did really well with his. I think he was very selective, and he let the market come to him. And good for him for finding a job, because he could have. I thought he was going to Florida or somewhere like that, but I honestly think this is a much smarter move. He's going to make that kind of money, because for whatever reason, the fact that he is only going to take a settlement for $9 million, he's going to be paid well. So he at least got out. He got out really well. So. Next thing we're going to talk about, though, and somebody asked for the top 5 all programs of all time, and I just kind of threw my comments in there. But I wanted to talk about the Gators situation and this Lane Kiffin, this Lane train, the circus that was on Saturday night. The circus that was on Saturday night.
I've got a lot wrote up on this, just so everybody here knows.
We're gonna jump into
wrote up on this.
We're gonna jump into this right now, and we're gonna start with Tony. But I'm gonna say this: what I saw Saturday night was a great attempt to try to woo him. A little fucking desperate, if you ask me. But at the end of the day, if it gets him to come, that'd be awesome. And the only thing I'm gonna say before I let you and Tony run with it is. Lane did come out and say the ultimatum by Ole Miss is not real.
Right.
Because we all said if that happened.
Which that just adds to the whole saga that is this Lane Kiffin story.
And if that was true, then Ole Miss, like I said, we said they fumbled the ball greatly, but it's not. So
right.
Riddle, we'll start with you. Talk to me about the Kiffin situation.
For me, obviously I think Lane Kiffin is probably the golden gem of this coaching carousel. Everybody's wanting him. The Titans, there's been talks of the Titans wanting him. LSU, Florida. The alarming thing is that all these coaches, like when these dominoes started falling, all these teams started going out and giving their coaches extensions. You know, Elko, Rule, those guys. They got extensions because they didn't want to lose their coach. They were trying whatever they could to lock those guys up. Ole Miss hasn't done that. And then, you know, the whole drama about the ultimatum comes out, and then Kiffin comes out and says they didn't. And then there's private, you know, planes going from Baton Rouge to Ole Miss, Oxford, and then back to Baton Rouge. And nobody knows if Lane Kiffin was with them or it was just his family or what the hell's going on. Like, it's very, very interesting. I honestly, with the Titans thing, I don't think Kiffin goes back to the NFL. It's pretty crazy because you don't know what Lane's going to do. You really don't. Ask Tony. I mean, nobody expected him to leave Tennessee in the middle of the night, but he did. And so if they gave him an ultimatum, I'm with you. I think that's the worst thing they could have done. There's a lot of fans that are coming out in chats and different forums that are blasting him for all this, like just coming after him. And I just wrote this down because this is like the big thing for me. I don't know why fans would come after him and blast him for what's going on, because Kiffin is 54-19 at Ole Miss and in his sixth season. In the sixth season before, Ole Miss was 39-35. Kiffin has led them to 4 10-plus win seasons. Ole Miss has 7 in their school's history before Kiffin got there, dating back to 1902. It goes back to the remember what you were and where you've been and what you are now. I think Ole Miss should be trying everything they can to keep him. Chad has been very adamant, and he's been sending me a lot of Florida insider stuff that, you know, it's basically a done deal, and all LSU is doing is trying to match what they're doing, trying to persuade him to come there. There's so much going on with this, and it's becoming so outrageous, and you're hearing so much at once. You don't really know what's going on. If I had to choose, I think Florida's one of them jobs. If they wanted somebody, they'd have gone out and got them already. It's looking more and more like Kiffin probably told them, hey, I want to coach out the rest of this year. We're in line to go to the playoffs. I want to coach the playoffs. Once the season's over, that announcement will come. Chad has sent me a lot of stuff. I've read a lot of stuff. I think he could end up in Florida. I think it's a very real possibility.
It's looking more and more like that. I agree. Tony, you're Ole Miss, buddy. What are you doing?
Yeah. Riddle went over a lot of shit, and yeah, I can see Lane going to University of Florida coach. That's a man of no integrity. We already know they like coaches with no integrity. So that'd be a match made in heaven. He probably won't win them championship, but hey, they got them a really good seasonal coach with no integrity. So hey, they could obviously very well get him. I don't know if he's going to go. This feels like one of those big ass episodes I used to watch with my grandmother, Days of Our Lives or some shit. I'm about fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. Obviously, yeah. I guess the ultimatum, what you said, you did say the ultimatum. The Ole Miss, apparently, Ole Miss gave him, that was false.
Yes.
Which
Right.
was kind of wild. Anyways,
Yeah.
if that was
He came
true,
out in public
but
on the Pat McAfee show and said that wasn't true. So
That's not true.
And there was
Yeah.
there was some reliable sources that reported that Ole Miss gave him that ultimatum and they wanted
Yeah.
it before the
And
Egg
shame
Bowl.
shame
So-
on them for reporting that.
Right.
Yeah,
Shame on
but,
them.
you know, so obviously, yeah, if he does make a decision, if he does leave, then yeah, it'll be well after the playoffs season if they have some kind of monumental collapse, which I don't think is going to happen because their schedule should be pretty easy for them. I'm not going to say easy because they still have to go on the field and play, but I don't know. I mean, hell, if he goes, he goes. Hell, it doesn't make me nervous. And I seen Chad make a comment earlier. He didn't blame about leaving Tennessee. Shit, that's the only regret he's ever had in his life because he went to that shithole in California. So yeah, he left a good thing. He left a good thing.
But so Tony, I mean, both y'all are right. Like, I think it's looking more and more like he's going to end up there. If I'm Ole Miss, dude, I'm backing the dump truck up to the fucking door with cash, and I'm saying I'm gonna pay you more than anybody else, and I'm gonna give you whatever you need. And I'd put a package together, and I'd be like, "You want NIL money? Here it is." And I know people have said they're in the black, but I want to remind everyone. These college football programs are not in the black like you think they are. They have to spend money to reinvest in the university, things like that. There are things that go on behind the scenes that make you in the black, but trust me, these universities are very profitable, very profitable. So,
Chad, it could have been a smokescreen. I mean, I wouldn't put that past Lane Kiffin at all. So,
it could be.
Big Hunt said Kiffin is the James Franklin of the SEC.
Well,
Hey, that's no lie, man.
He's not lying yet. He's not lying. But if he goes to Florida, he will have his choice of talent. And bottom line is this: if you can't win it at Florida, if you're a talented head coach, if you cannot win it at Florida, then you can't win it. I mean, that's just
He's
it.
won
You
everywhere
can't.
he's been, though.
He
hasn't won it all.
Yes.
He hasn't, won championships yet.
Yeah.
But he has taken some pretty bad programs
Absolutely.
and made them good. And then he was the offensive coordinator on a national championship team. So
Yeah. I'll just say this, Riddle, and what I meant by that was Florida is the pinnacle program. Florida is the recruiting in your backyard is beyond second to none. They have all kinds of money to spend. Bottom line is, if he's ever going to do it, it's going to be at a place like Florida. Ole Miss, he might catch lightning in a bottle one time. But to say that he's going to be a Kirby Smart and be in it year in and year out, I'm not saying he's not going to win 10 games every year like he has. I'm saying, is he legit going to be in the playoff hunt every year? It's going to be hard to do at Ole Miss, especially as teams catch up and start spending the money and doing things because everyone's catching up with everybody else. That's what's happening right now. Texas Tech has spent more money than Ole Miss. So, anyway.
If he does go to Florida, what's the leash going to be? Because, hell, after 5 years, like Hypo, he already has stupid Tennessee fans saying try and fire Hypo. Are they going to be saying fire Lane if he doesn't win it all? Because, hell, it took, Kirby about 7 years to win it all? Is that right?
Yeah,
and there's a few other coaches you can go look at their track record. They old Dave from Ohio State, 6 years. People were calling for his head too. Last year.
It takes time, man. It takes time.
I know.
Winning has gotten harder and harder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Big Hunt,
you might get Lane,
Franklin,
give a lot of money, but don't know if you're gonna win it all.
No.
Right. But we'll see.
Big Hunt, Franklin's got a conference championship too under his belt in 2016.
Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to throw in here, just a little special caveat, is there are rumblings. It has been posted on several message boards, nothing official, that Penn State really wants Kalen DeBoer. And so the only thing that people can tell me, the reason why he would leave Alabama to go to Penn State is the pressure wouldn't be as high. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, you just fired James Franklin. You just fired James Franklin for, I don't know, winning 10 games for you last year and taking you to the playoffs. I mean, I don't know.
I've actually been seeing that. I've listened to some things on it.
I don't believe it.
It's one of those It's one of those situations where if he leaves, it's his decision. Alabama's not going to fire him.
No.
And people are playing this Oklahoma loss as it was like his excuse to get out type of deal, because you got people like Josh that are calling for his head and have been since the Florida State game. But I don't know why you would. I mean, are you not? I mean, if you start firing coaches every couple of years, you're starting that Tennessee cycle, and Tennessee proved that cycle doesn't work. They were in mediocrity for decades. Like, it doesn't work. You got to let a guy come in there, get his players in there, get his schemes in there to be successful. And if you're rotating coaches every 3 or 4 years, you can't do that.
Yeah, I think thank you for liking the live. I think the biggest issue though, and I think the biggest problem with the Kalen DeBoer whole story is Alabama isn't going to fire him. You're correct. You're 100% accurate. They're not going to fire him. So it would be Kalen leaving on his own. So what you have to ask yourself is what would make him leave Alabama to go to Penn State? There's nothing that Penn State has. That Alabama doesn't have. There's nothing. Nothing.
Smaller shoes to fill.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So that would be a
pressure.
That'd be a lack of. But I agree, and I think, and the only other plausible excuse that I heard was he may have overestimated his ability to follow Saban. That's legit. That's legit. I think he did have a lot of confidence.
Nobody can.
Nobody was going to. Yeah, I think he's doing a fine job. I think he did it. I think he's doing a fine job. I mean, the defense is playing very well. You know what I mean? Like, for an offensive-minded coach, the defense is playing well. Tony would kill to have our defense right now. Tennessee would probably be in the playoff hunt if they had Alabama's defense right now. I mean, so yeah, Anyway, we're gonna move on. So
Jordan.
This is Jordan in here? History. Yeah, there you go, Jordan. Jordan hit the nail of the on the head right there. So
I bet that gets flagged.
It probably does.
Yeah, they knocked down old Joe Pa's up a statue. Hell, they don't even have a coach to represent at that stadium anymore, because when all that shit happened, they brought down the statue and everything.
I don't know who Penn State's going to go after. But more than likely, what it's looking like to me, like a Brian Dable or a DeBall, however you want to say his name, it looks like something like that's more likely for Penn State than it is a big splashy hire.
Alex Golish would be a good guy to go there.
Dude, fantastic guy. Fantastic guy. Dillingham to LSU. That's fine. They can have him, dude. They can have him. I mean, I told y'all LSU is not going to get a big. That's not a splash hire. That's not a splash. Lane Kiffin was the only place that LSU could go to get a splash hire. Either that or get somebody really big, like, to leave. But it is what it is. All right. So next topic is the hot take. And the only thing we want to talk about was the SEC is very, very tight at the top, especially with Alabama's loss. What are the scenarios that allow teams to get in the SEC game? Like, what are they? And Riddle's got them all written down right now. I know Alabama has to. If Alabama wins, it's going to be very unlikely they're not in. But there is one plausible scenario.
Unlikely, yeah. It's actually not as unlikely as you think it would be. But everything has to go right against them.
Kentucky has to beat Vandy.
You have to have 2 of the 3 of those games go against teams that Alabama has played. So
it's a big deal.
I've got it all wrote down. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and tell me what you've got for the tiebreaker, because I know me and Tony don't have as much detail.
No.
I mean, this might take a second. I'll just go through, because I had to write it out in length for it to make sense. Let's see. If Texas A&M wins, they're in, obviously. If they lose, they're out. They will not win any of the tiebreakers. That's the easiest way to put that. Alabama can win and still not make it based off of what their opponent or the opponents they play do the rest of the way. If Florida beats Tennessee and either Kentucky beats Vanderbilt or Arkansas beats Missouri, any 2 of those 3 happen, Alabama can win and be out.
I thought at Texas A&M had to beat Texas as well for that scenario to play out.
I don't believe so, because if 2 of those 3 things happen, it lowers their So what it is the fourth tiebreaker is what it comes down to, which is cumulative SEC winning percentage of all opponents.
Okay.
And that will lower theirs lower than Ole Miss's, which will negate their head-to-head over Georgia.
Yeah.
Because Ole Miss would then be ranked higher than them. It's very confusing. There's only 6 tiebreakers. We're 2 away from the coin flip. So,
that'd be interesting.
Florida beats Tennessee, Kentucky beats Vanderbilt, or Arkansas beats Missouri. 2 of those 3 have to happen. Georgia, if A&M, Georgia has a lot of ways they can get in. If Alabama loses, they're in. If A&M loses, they're in. Or if any 2 of those 3 happen the other way, they'll be in. Ole Miss is the 4th team in the scenarios that could technically get in, but it would take both A&M and Alabama losing. And I just put
thank you, Josh.
Winning the SEC down here, winning the SEC still means a lot. I know that in this day and age, it might be beneficial to not play in that game, but literally in this scenario and what we're talking about, it's going to come down to the 4th tiebreaker of the 6 that the SEC has.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask a question then, because now that we've explained it, does Bama get in if they lose the SEC title game? They'll have 3 losses, but we have said on public television that we will not penalize a team for going to their conference championship and losing.
And that's my thing is we're going to see if the committee's liars. They set that precedent last year.
They did.
Yeah, remember
they flat out SMU got curb stomped in the playoffs.
Yes.
Curb stomped.
And still made it because they got beat by Clemson in the SEC championship game.
They better keep the same energy is all I'm saying, because SMU did not deserve to fucking go. I don't care. They lost that. I know they were at the time when they played Clemson, they were the I agree, number
dude,
1, I
but
guess.
If we lost the title game,
you could say. And then before that game, the committee with no football brains said that there was not going to be any effect, on playoff positioning, and they didn't lie. And SMU got to stay in and got the absolute shit bit out of them against Notre Dame. So honestly, I'd be down for a change. I think that at some point it should affect, but I don't think it should be. Fuck no, not this year, because this Alabama team's better than that fucking SMU team. I can't help. We can't help it. The SEC's weak. We can't help it.
Right. Here's my thing is no 3-loss team has ever got in without the automatic bid, and this year especially, if you show me one team, even with 2 losses, that has a better resume than Alabama. And I hate saying that because our history.
They can't do that. They can't do it. Alabama has one of the best resumes of any team up there. The problem is their losses. I agree with that statement. I'm not going to disagree.
Well, they only have one bad loss.
Yeah, you're right. But we have 2 losses total.
There's teams up there, Miami, who have just as bad losses. Yeah. Or maybe not just as bad, but they got 2 losses to unranked teams. And, so it's, my opinion, they get in. If they make it to the SEC championship game and they lose. Yeah.
I'm not holding my breath, guys. I'm setting myself up to not be disappointed, because last year,
here's a hot take.
Go ahead.
Yeah, here's a hot take. I don't think A&M makes it to the SEC championship game, and they're 1 win away.
That's intriguing. Oh, they'll get in if they win the SEC. The question was if they lose the SEC. Last year, the committee clearly stated they will not penalize any team that makes it to their championship game and kick them out of the playoffs because of a loss. Do they hold true to that? That was the question. So we'll see. Anyway, we're going to move on.
34-20 in the Miami-Ohio game, Tony.
Oh, sweet.
What is it?
Miami-Ohio 34, Buffalo 20.
So moving on to our marquee matchups for the week, guys. If they lose, they should be out. Not gonna lie. Yeah. So that's fair. You're allowed to say that, and the deal is that means they would have penalized them for going and playing the title game. And at that point, you have to have conversations.
Everything they said.
And you have to have conversations of, does it make sense to play the title game? Let's say Georgia went to the title game and they were 10-2 on the outside looking in because there was a bunch of teams with 11-1. They lose it. they don't go. And the team that beat them, maybe they were 9-3. Then what? That's not. It's just not a. I don't know. We'll see how it goes though. We're gonna move on to the marquee matchups, though, guys. So we've got first matchup we have is number 15 USC at number 7 Oregon. 10.5 point favorite. Oregon's a 10.5 point favorite. Tony, we're gonna start the ball with you. Tell me what you know.
Yeah. Well, once again, another week talking about a vastly overrated Trojans team. I don't give a shit what they did last week. Nothing's changed for me. I think Lincoln Riley's still garbage head coach. So give me Oregon and the points in this USC bullshit being good nonsense, because they're not fucking good. I don't care. They if they're good, well, damn, they fucking underachieved in every fucking year, because they're not good. They're not good. I think Oregon's going to manhandle them at home, and that's going to be it.
Okay. Riddle, give me yours, then Jordan's.
All right, so the committee has set this up to be a boost for whoever wins. With USC jumping to 15. The fact of the matter is, though, is where Oregon's at, I don't think Oregon can afford to lose this game. If they lose this game, they could be on the outside looking in. The fact that they're at 7 with one of the best losses in the nation. Yeah. USC is coming off a good win last week in a nasty weather game, and the forecast for this weekend is looking like a lot of the same. I think the weather keeps this game close, so I'm taking USC plus 10.5. Jordan said, give me the better team at home. He's taking Oregon minus 10.5.
I am also taking Oregon. I just do not have any faith in USC. We already know this. So no faith. So next matchup we're going to talk about is Pitt. They were ranked for 1 week and then they got destroyed and they're gone. At number 16, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is a 2.5 point favorite. Riddle, this time we start with you. Who do you have?
Yeah, Pittsburgh lost to Notre Dame last week, knocked them out of the rankings, but this is still a big game for the ACC and a huge game for my dark horse pick at the beginning of the year in Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech will have to get after the quarterback, make him uncomfortable, do what Notre Dame did, take a piece of their playbook, if you will, because they're trending the wrong direction. I still think Haynes King should be in everybody's Heisman conversation. I don't know if he'll win it, but for what he does, he has to be in the conversation at least. They still got the big game against Georgia coming up, but they got to win this one. And I'm going to take Georgia Tech minus 2.5. And Jordan said, must win for both teams. Yellow Jackets get it done. Georgia Tech minus 2.5.
Tony.
Yeah, I said last week Pitt's going to pit. I think they'll pit again. That's just what they do. Not a serious football team. Never have been, really, in my opinion, unless you want to go back to the fucking 80s when Dan Marino was quarterback. So, yeah, I'm looking for Georgia Tech to get back on track. They've been kind of slightly, kind of coming on and off the track a little bit here lately. But, yeah, I'm going to take Georgia Tech in this one, the 2.5. Give me them points.
All right. I'm also taking Georgia Tech. I like Georgia Tech at home, and I like Haynes King, and that should be enough to get them over that. That's basically a field goal. So, okay. Moving on. Number 20, Tennessee at Florida. Plus 3.5. Tennessee's getting the nod there. So, Riddle, we start with you. Who do you got?
Okay, so Florida leads the all-time series 32-22. I do have some stats for this one. Tennessee has only won 3 games in this series dating back to 2005. That was in 2016, 2022, and 2024. Tennessee has also lost 10 straight in the Swamp, and they're 5-17 all-time in Gainesville. Their wins were in 1953, 1955, 1971, 2001, and 2003. Tennessee is the better team. They're very opportunistic in the turnover department. forcing 18 turnovers this season, which is 36th in the nation. Florida is -2 in turnover margin. That's 87th in the nation. I don't know which QB is even going to start for Florida in this game. I would love to go with history, but I think Tennessee gets it done this weekend. I'm taking Tennessee -3.5.
All right.
Now
Give
I'm
me
going
the
to read
Jordan.
Jordan's write-up.
This
Is you ready? All right.
Yeah.
UT season is over. Florida players have already confirmed that this is their Super Bowl. Expect a highly motivated Florida team to keep it close and possibly win outright. Coach Heupel has
Thank you
yet
for
to
following.
prove he can win against good teams on the road.
Wow.
Jordan is taking
good team.
Florida +3.5.
Damn
Okay.
it. Fucker.
Tony.
All right, so I'll make this short as possible.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I just want to start off by saying that Florida is a dog shit team. They're a dog shit team. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say it. Lane Kiffin will not be coaching Gainesville next season. So I hope maybe if Tennessee win this game, you'd be very disappointed after Saturday night and then very disappointed to roll into next season. That'd be great. But now on to a real team. Well, more real than the Gators right now. Tennessee, honestly, they should mollywop their ass. I don't care how good you say their fucking defense is. Tennessee showed it doesn't matter. They can move the ball. Offensively, they should kick their fucking ass. They'll put up the yards, but will Tennessee continue to squander opportunity after opportunity, which here over the last 3 or 4 weeks, they've been doing a pretty good job at doing that stupid shit. And this is the big backbreaker. There's a man upstairs. I'm not talking about God. He pretends to be a defense coordinator. He'll be wearing that orange while watching his defense falling apart from the booth. So with that being said, I'm going to take Florida to cover the 3.5 until further fucking notice, because I'm tired of taking Tennessee in these games and they don't fucking do it. It's like year after year. The Vols don't win in Gainesville, and I'm not going to allow myself to believe that this trip will be any fucking different. So until further notice, I'm taking Florida and the 3.5.
But let's just say, for the record, both of the Tennessee fans on the podcast took Florida in this game.
Damn right.
So
And this
I'm
is
gonna
not
say
an
this.
emotional hedge either.
This is them being scared. They are
This is not being
scared.
scared.
They are scared
It's
because
year
they have
after
seen
year.
this. They have seen this happen so many times. They are not looking at what's in front of them.
This is not being
Florida,
scared.
Florida has had big double-digit leads against the last two teams they've played. Ole Miss being one of them, and they have squandered it. They have no killer instinct, and they have no way to finish games. They suck. Heupel is going to go, and he's going to make everyone re-say his name. It is absolutely going to be Tennessee, and I don't think it's close. That's just me. So
I mean, it shouldn't be close, huh? It should not be close. It should not be close this year.
I'll be happy
we'll
when you're
see.
wrong on Saturday, because I'll listen to you.
I mean, I'll be happy. I'll eat crow. I don't give a
Mother,
shit. But I'm
you
just
will bitch
saying,
about
until
something.
further notice, I'm not taking Tennessee to fucking win in Florida. Hell, I thought it was going to happen a couple years ago, and a couple years before that,
Well,
and then
good.
that. So
Well,
I don't
moving
give a
on.
shit.
So here we are.
So the
Here we
Georgia
are.
fan and the Alabama fan took Tennessee, and
Yep.
the two Tennessee fans
Chad,
took
it
Florida.
doesn't matter who the best win is. It doesn't fucking matter. Tennessee's a better team than Florida. But
All right.
now, hey, I gave you guys props. I said Florida's going to win. So calm down.
Anyway, so next game we're talking about tonight is 22 Missouri at number 8 Oklahoma. Oklahoma's getting a 7.5 point. So what do you think about that, Tony?
Yeah. Ahmad Hardy, he balled the fuck out last week. Man had 300 yards. Hell, he was a man amongst boys. You know what people like to say. He did that against Mississippi State. Chad just reminded me that was Tennessee's best win of the season. So yeah, Mississippi State not very good. They're inferior team, Tennessee. Yeah, we should have mollywopped them, but guess what? Shit doesn't happen like that sometimes. But I don't think Ahmad Hardy's going to be able to do that against Oklahoma, 300 yards. And they will have to rely on him, or they can't get away from the run. And Oklahoma right now, they're rolling. They beat Tennessee, and hell, they fucking beat Alabama and Tuscaloosa. I mean, that shit's hard. That's back-to-back on the road. Now they're home. So, I mean, I almost have no choice to take Oklahoma to cook up some more fried pussy. So give me that 7.5. Give me that Oklahoma 7.5.
So who'd you take? Oklahoma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Riddle, you're up.
Yeah, we've covered these teams a lot this year, and we know that Ahmad Hardy is going to be a finalist for the Doak Walker Award. Oklahoma did have the huge win against Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and this is a perfect letdown spot. But with Missouri having to go with the freshman Matt Zollers, I see Oklahoma and Brent Venables selling out to stop the run and shutting Missouri down. I'm taking Oklahoma minus 7.5. Jordan said letdown spot for OU after an emotional win on the road last week. He's taking Missouri plus 7.5.
That would be a tragedy.
Well, I was also going to take Missouri just because Matt Zollers is a fucking baller. Anyone that knows anything about recruiting, he could play
so
football.
Ty Simpson.
Yeah, Ty Simpson is a baller. Yeah, 100%. And I mean, but maybe he won't throw picks like Ty or fumble like Ty. He's got a running back unlike Ty. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of things that aren't like Ty. Missouri's defense is good, but because Jordan went with it, I'm going to go ahead and try to make up some ground, and I'm going to go Oklahoma because I need to make up the ground to try to catch up in the standings. So, Oklahoma.
So, speaking of making up ground, and I'll go over these after we're done with this. I am opposite of Jordan in 4 of the 5 picks.
Wow. So there you go.
Ground to be made or ground to lose?
To be made.
Which
one of the two.
Okay. Here we go. Last game that we've got. Number 11, BYU at Cincinnati. BYU is a 2.5 point favorite. 2.5 point favorite. Riddle, we start with you and Jordan. Go.
BYU has to win to keep any chance of the playoffs alive. I don't think they get in if they lose another one. Cincinnati is trending the wrong way, losing 2 in a row, and they fell out of the rankings completely. Sorsby has struggled in the last month, and I don't see this being his get-right game against this BYU defense. I'm taking BYU minus 2.5. Jordan said, after 2 straight losses, expect to see an improved effort from the Bearcats on Senior Day. He's taking Cincinnati plus 2.5.
Damn. I that's what I was gonna go with. Wow. All right, Tony, who do you have before I pick?
Yeah. So I picked against BYU a lot. I think I finally got it right a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the game. I took BYU, and then motherfuckers didn't cover. So, but I still think I feel like BYU is the better team. I feel like, to me, Cincy, they just don't fucking belong. I don't know. I think of Cincinnati Bearcats. I think of Butch Jones and Cincinnati Bearcats basketball. I'm sorry, I can't. It's not real football. Even when Butch Jones is coaching, that's not real football because I've seen that in Knoxville firsthand. I just think BYU's a fucking better team, and I think I'm going to go with the Mormons here, or whatever the fuck they are. And I'm going to take BYU and the 2.5.
I am also taking BYU. I was going to go Cincinnati because I did think it'd be at home, but like I said, we're going to try to fade Jordan as much as we can, try to make up the ground and see if we can do something. This is a very close game, and I do agree. Jordan's comments were very, very solid. So I don't have much on that one. Okay. So
real quick, hang on before we go on. Just so everybody knows, Jordan is leading the way in the picks against the spread this year. He's 38-28. Brandon is in second at 35-31. I am 500 at 33-33. And Tony had a winning week for the first time this year last week. He is now 24
baby.
and 42.
Baddest man alive.
He said he's the baddest
talk shit,
man
people.
alive. Hold
Cannot
on.
talk shit.
Oh,
Hold
and that
on.
might be the comment of the night. Chad said if he sends you a Darth Vader helmet, you need to wear it, and we're going to call you Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. So hold on, I'm trying to work on something real quick, just so y'all could. For those that haven't seen it, I want to show y'all our thumbnail from the evening here. So we're gonna have to go ahead and show you guys. So if you can't see it, there it is right there on the main screen. So you can see there's old Tony. He's bad, sitting in the background right there. And then for those looking at the TikTok, I know. So just basically the playoff, but there he is. There's our guy. There's our guy right there.
There he is.
He won 1 week and he had to change his damn hairstyle. Anyway, okay, well, go ahead and get his.
Chad said he knows ball.
He knows some.
damn right.
He knows some balls. All right, he knows balls.
So Jordan said, "Hop in my pocket, TP."
Hop in the pocket, bro.
Yeah, I
Hop
got my
in the
hands deep
pocket.
in there.
So, what we want to do now is we want to talk about.
Chad said, "What a woman."
Yeah.
That's pretty woman.
Anyway, so I can't even. All right. All right, so here we go, guys. Riddle, give us the answer to your riddle question.
Oh yeah. So the answer was Zeke Bratkowski from Georgia in 1951 and Kurt Page at Vanderbilt in 1983. They had 29 interceptions in a single season. DJ Lagway is in no fear of breaking that record. Josh Big Hunt and Chad Woodall got the points. Josh and Chad, I'm pretty sure, used some Google, and Big Hunt asked his grandpa. So kudos to the shout out for the grandpa there.
Jay, you said your thoughts on Notre Dame being ranked over Bama. We went over this, but I'll just go ahead and tell you, I have no problems with Notre Dame being ranked over Alabama right now because I do think
It'll work itself out.
they're playing a little bit better football at this moment, especially after the way we played on offense. So, like Riddle said, we did talk about how it's going to work itself out. It should all play out one way or the other. So we will see what happens. We're not going to overreact yet. But y'all, I'm just going to tell y'all, motherfuckers, it's time. It's time for Pardo's Pour. Fucking put the kids to bed. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hide your husbands. Because he
fucking everybody out here.
raped everybody out here. All right, Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, you seen those Jerry curls? You know, I'm getting everybody out here.
Everybody.
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna go on too much.
What was the pour? What's the pour, bro?
Oh, yeah, my bad. This is Green River, the single barrel. This is a select from a local, not too far from us. It's I really like this. Hell, I better calm down. Green River single barrel.
I got to pick that.
Yeah, so he
I'm
did a
glad you
decent
like
job
it.
at getting that. That's one thing he's done.
Okay, well, hey, that's one. That's one. It's one more than I had yesterday.
I am not going to go on too much of a rant because honestly, I know my season is realistically it's fucking over. So I mean, how much more pissed off can I be? You know, the previous week Oklahoma just did it for me. Didn't even want to get on. Didn't want to talk to anybody. Didn't even want to talk to my kids. They were trying to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. And then, shit was going on. But
Damn it.
I'm just going to say, but I am going to say fuck Florida. I don't give a shit. Now, even though I did pick Florida to win, the cover of this 3.5, no, was not an emotional hedge. I'm still hoping to see something fucking change on that fucking field Saturday night. At some point, something's got to fucking change. Like I said, Tennessee is going to move the ball. They got to stop fucking up on stupid shit. Got to stop being conservative when it's not time to be conservative. This is not time to be fucking conservative. You got to put the nail through the ball sack. Nail that shit in. All right? And Tim Banks, I'm rooting for this piece of sorry motherfucker to call the best game of his life this fucking week. This is the only time I root for him. Because if he doesn't fucking do something this week, he's got to fucking go. There's got to be a change. If we give it like fucking 30-40 to fucking Florida, I'm going to lose my shit.
Oh,
All right?
man, I
And
can't
it's
wait for
Riddle's
next
birthday
week.
weekend, so I'm gonna try. Yeah. No, it better not fucking happen. It better not fucking happen. I will take a 21-14 win. Okay. I'll be fine with the offense somehow struggling. If they struggle, they still put up 400 yards offense, but that probably means they had a few turnovers to keep it that fucking close, because that's what we fucking do.
Us too, Tony.
Tim Banks, this motherfucker's got to get it right. And I know, I think who's that said on the purple saying defense is not the problem? Oh, Kiss. Bullshit. Defense has been a problem. Not last year, unfortunately. What? Chad said what?
Chad said you couldn't even cover against New Mexico or New Mexico State.
Hey, guess what? I stayed away from that shit too. I stayed away from it. I did not pick it. Yeah, I know. And I wouldn't be surprised. And they didn't. They didn't cover. They have not been very good at covering this year. But, this is a game. Hell, I want them to win. They got to fucking win in Gainesville this week. Because I'm tired of seeing them lose. Even though I'm not going to get my hopes up. I've already said I'm not going to be this Tom Fuller. I'm not going to be tricked.
Big Hunt. Did you read that, Tony? Excuse Tony. It's his time of the week.
Yeah, it's all over the chair.
My God,
I didn't put
bro.
anything in it. But it's always that time of the week for me. So,
Chad is going to be in Gainesville this weekend, and he said I may pop in and check on you mid-game.
well,
He won't be here. He will not be here.
Saturday we're going out for my birthday, so we probably will not be here Saturday night.
all I'm going to say is I'm giving Tim Banks the last fucking chance this week. If we can come out and just mollywop their ass and shut them out or hold them to less than 10 points and, score 30 plus, shit, I'd be cloud nine. That'd be almost as good as making fucking playoffs at this point, because Tennessee needs a shit. Something's got to correct itself or change got to be made. And that's pretty much all I got to say. I'm not going to get myself worked up.
One more question. Kias wanted to know, what happens on Saturday night if it's 14-41, Florida's up?
There's no fucking okay, listen. 14-41, no, it's gonna be like 41-35 or some shit. There's no fucking way in hell. And if that's the case, Tim Banks needs to walk his ass back to his home. And then Hypo just needs to give his fucking play calling duty over to I don't give a fuck who at this point. But 41-14, I might be I might just I don't know. I haven't thought about that, but it better not happen. Hopefully it's a Kanye West experience, and maybe we'll never know.
Chase said Florida isn't scoring 40. Are you crazy?
Well, I didn't say that. It was another fan of ours on the purple.
On the
purple. Yeah, on the purple.
Yeah.
So we're on other platforms, so I was kind of responded to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I don't think Florida has the balls, or they should not have. I guess you could say they have talent, but they just don't have.
They have talent.
They don't have the coaching. They don't have the scheme and all that shit. So
they don't have,
if Tennessee somehow gives up 40-something fucking points, then Tim Banks got to fucking go. And they gave that motherfucker a 3-year contract extension back in like June or July. They need to rip that shit up if that happens. Okay,
I got a dollar
he's
for
got to
you.
fucking go.
I got a dollar for you.
Yeah.
Trent said he's willing to put money on it that Max Gilbert misses a kick again.
Dude, I want y'all to know I'm going to start working on a graphic for next week's podcast. I am going to start working on a graphic right now. It's going to be the shit that legends are made of. So y'all stay tuned. Next week, it's going to be better than the woman that Tony just is hiding right behind. It's going to be better than that. So,
Josh, real quick, are you still in here? Y'all can keep going. I just want to see if he's in here.
But yeah, I mean, I'm reading all the comments right now. But yeah, I see the shit. Yeah, I think Tennessee will outscore. Come on, man! Like we outscore, that means we win, and we have fucking. I said this 2 years ago, and I said this. Then,
you didn't pick Tennessee to win, bitch.
That.
Shut up.
I know exactly, but that's what I'm saying though. No, Chase said I think Tennessee will outscore them, but will allow some points. That's what I'm saying. Now, I picked Florida, yes. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say Tennessee's going to, because I've said this before. And I also said when I
Oh shit.
picked this fucking spread was I'm not going to allow myself to believe this shit until it actually happens. I'm
I
not
want y'all
going
to
to
know.
believe it.
I think we have probably one of the
people can
funniest
try to-
chat groups ever.
People trying to build my confidence. I appreciate everybody in here who's trying to build my confidence right now. But guess what? I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm expecting a fucking loss.
Is Tony a Tennessee fan? Yeah. Tony is a Tennessee fan. Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Me and Jordan are the Tennessee fans. I just yeah. And I guess I see it all the time. Apparently, you can call me a negaval, like negativity.
Chad said just wait till the wedding.
Yeah. Kia says if Florida gets over 20, Tony's got to go live. He's got to make a post because the world, the fans need to see.
The plan is that we'll be at Neighbors in Murfreesboro for the Florida-Tennessee game. So Tony is going to get to watch that game. That was part of what I wanted to do on my birthday too, is watch football. But we will be at Neighbors. There is a possibility that I may go live and just focus solely on Tony's reactions, depending on what's happening.
Yeah.
But
tight invite.
Chad, you're going to be in Gainesville.
Yeah, come on up. Hey, come on. Yeah.
Oh,
sell your
okay.
tickets and hang out.
Sell the
at
tickets.
Neighbors.
Come on.
We're gonna. Yeah. So that is gonna do.
Hang on, let me real quick. Josh is not in here, but Chad still is. Dees has missed 2 of the last 3 weeks, and Josh has scored 10 points over those last 3 weeks. And Josh is now 1 point ahead of Dees in the trivia contest.
Oh no!
So Josh is at 21. Dees is at 20. Big Hunt is at 18 now. It's getting really tight. Chad is at 12. He's in 4th place, still not out of it. So
Dees, if you can hear me, bro, you're gonna have to smash a little faster and hop on here. Team needs you, brother. Team needs you. Anyway, Iron Bowl's on the plains.
And it's a night game.
It's a night game. Which last time they had a night game down there, they got the grave digger. So this could be the fucking tombstone this fucking time. Anyway, with that said, guys, that's going to do it for all of us on Lock, Load, and Go to, man. We appreciate every one of you guys for being here. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the feedback. If you haven't already, please consider giving us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever you can do. And bottom line is we go live every Wednesday and Saturday on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. We also have the audio version of this that will be going live tomorrow on the podcast, and that is on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So that's going to do it for all of us on Lock, Loaded, Go. We will see you very soon, guys. Have a great week. Peace.
Appreciate y'all.